An official in the office of French Foreign Minister Laurent Fabius says the draft will be presented to ministers later today. The deal has been reached nearly 16 hours after the talks had been scheduled to close. The announcement was made in the early hours of this morning in Paris after another marathon round of negotiations went on well into the night. But the process is not yet over. The document will be translated into a number of languages before being presented by the French Foreign Minister. The details have not yet been made public. The last-minute haggling focused on several issues, including the financing and oversight of what will be the first deal to combat global warming. And now for the latest on COP21, we are now joined live from Paris, France by our reporter there, Tammy Dixon. Tammy, nice to chat to you once again. Just what are the highlights of this new deal that has been presented there in Paris?
Good afternoon, Nobel. Indeed, you coming to us now, you're reaching us at a point where there's quite a lot of excitement here. I mean, this place has been energized once more after very extensive negotiations that we have seen over the last couple of days. You would know that for the past 2 nights, delegates have been literally sleeping in the negotiating chambers, really trying to craft a climate deal that they would take back to their countries after this summit. It has pushed them to a point where it had to be extended to today. That's how difficult negotiations have been. But now we have just seen now a presentation of a final agreement now. It's been done. The French delegation, which is in charge of COP21, they've just presented now that a potential legally binding agreement. It's done. The only thing that now is left is for delegates to look at it, raise any objections that they have, and then they will come back later tonight to adopt it. Mm-hmm. So we have a potential agreement on our hands now. Everybody seems to be happy. Obviously, you would have some who are not happy, but obviously you would expect that in this kind of negotiations. I mean, this is a United Nations platform which brings together almost 200 countries, as well as non-governmental organizations and many other interest groups. So you can't have everybody, satisfied. But the point is that now there is an agreement on the table. It's been presented. The French President, François Hollande, was here as well, really urging the delegates to adopt it, saying that there's nothing better that they would ever get than what is on the table right now. They have tried their best in negotiation rooms to really try to accommodate as best as they can the demands that have been put through by the different groups that are here. And so they really need to work with what they have, and then they will improve it as time goes by. Over.
And Tammy, from your observations there and your interaction with the delegates, do you think that all, or if not most of the countries will agree to it?
Well, I think it has been able to take care of very critical issues that have been really frustrating this process. And the first one, of course, has been the limit, the cap, in terms of how much can we allow the global temperatures to rise. Now, that has been a sticky point. The reason why it's been sticky is because you have countries, the island states and the coastal countries. They've been complaining already that we can't wait until the temperatures rise to up to 2 degrees Celsius. I mean, that will be too late for us because we are already experiencing the impact of climate change. So they wanted 1.5. Now there's a compromise now there that they've reached that they will start at 2 degrees and work towards 1.5. So that seems to be accommodating, but obviously you would have some unhappiness there, but at least it has tried to accommodate because it has tried to accommodate those interest groups. Then you have the finance issue that has also been very sticky here, that has nearly put this process on the back foot. Now, the agreement that is on the table now, it says they are committing on putting $100 billion a year until 2020, which is quite a lot of money. Remember, they've made a commitment 6 years ago in Copenhagen that the climate fund will have about 100 billion rand. Now that now has been improved. So also there, there's a give and take that has happened. You can see. So we're also looking as well on the issue of this being a legally binding agreement. That of course now, it has also been confirmed as well. So you could see that it's a deal that really tries to accommodate all the different views that have been expressed over the last couple of days. But we are waiting for now for the delegates to really ventilate it, examine it, and see if maybe they are happy here and there. And then later on tonight they will come and adopt it. But it looks like it's a foregone conclusion now that it's going to be adopted because there's no other chance of negotiating it. That's the last chance. And then they will meet again next year in Morocco if there are any other outstanding issues that they need to deal with.
All right. Thank you so much there. That was Tammy Dixon, our reporter in Paris.